When going to nurseries, I was really keen to have a look at the Ofsted report. So most nurseries will have it available on the website to download, or when you're going to visit beforehand, I asked to see what was their rating, when was it last reviewed, and actually read the report. Don't just read that it was good or recommended or outstanding. Look at what the details are, because an Ofsted report will have a lot of information about it. And I think if you're deciding where your child is potentially going to spend 8 hours a day, it's really important. As somebody who is very busy and running my own business and looking after my daughter, I'm a single parent, probably the hardest job of my whole entire day is not sitting in meetings or doing business deals or doing phone calls. It is getting myself dressed, my daughter dressed, and out of the house in time for the nursery deadline. If I try and squeeze something additional into my mornings before children I wouldn't even think twice of, that 20 minutes can really kilter me out of sync. So I think having everything ready the night before, getting up maybe 10 or 15 minutes earlier and dragging yourself out of bed and switching on the kettle and getting a cup of tea, and try not to do too much on a morning. If anybody tries to speak to me on a morning, text me, emails me, it's not important, I can look at it later. Comments such as, tut tut, you're leaving early, or you're working part-time, or you've got to go at 5 o'clock to pick the children up, those type of comments should be reported to line managers or HR and nipped in the bud straight away, because those, what could be innocent comments, can escalate to quite big problems in the workplace. And it shouldn't be one of those things which is swept underneath the carpet. If you are being subjected to those comments, you should speak to your line manager or human resources about it and get it stopped. For busy parents, I survive on good time management tips. For me, I live my life to a diary. I have so much to fit into a day that if I didn't have a diary and if I didn't follow my diary, I would be completely lost. And I've also learned try not to squeeze too many things in. The days before having Eva, I used to be able to nip to the shop or nip somewhere, and I think with a baby or a young child, you can't nip anywhere, you've got to be planned. Be kind to yourself, don't beat yourself up if you can't do everything in one day. The world's not going to fall apart, just do it later in the week. It's really difficult being a working parent when your children are poorly, because you've got these two big priorities. Number one always is your children and their welfare, but also stepping aside from being a parent, you're also professional and you want to go to work, and if you take great pride in what you do, you want to do a really good job. So letting people down, so to speak, if your children are poorly, it can be really frustrating. And I think as an employer, if people are hiring a working parent, they're employing you because you're good at your job. They understand that you've got children, and most employers are parents themselves.